Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders of GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's speaking this truth. And also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. I think I'm title this, "The Lease is Drawing You Out to a Trap." All right. We know according to Bible prophecy, us in Great Millstone, all right, that once America go to that place, all right, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, they're not coming back, okay? The Lord said, what's that? Hold on. Before I even go to that, the Lord said he was going to judge the nations over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Let's go to Joel real quick. Joel, the hell is, okay, there we go. Try to get right to it. Just get to the point. All right. Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thou mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So ultimately, that's what, every nation is going there for. But America itself, man, they're not going to make it, all right? It ain't going to be one military troop, or anything left of this place, what you call Babylon. The Lord is going to destroy the land, all right, which I'm talking about America, but he's going to also destroy the troops. Okay, so let's go back. All right, and that's why I titled it Amalek, or the lease is drawing them out into a trap. Okay, and we already know America like to be involved in different wars. All right, invade lands, take natural resources. So it's right up their alley. All right, and who is that? Amalek over there. All right, or I just call them the least. All right, they have been using America over there as a whooping stick on all these Middle East countries. All right, whether it was Libya, who else? I think it was Iraq. All right, they've been using America as a whooping stick for these nations, man. All right, so let's read this. Jeremiah 50:45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes. He hath purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate, and the noise of the taking of Babylon. The earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. Yeah, so once America go over there to that land, man, that's it, man. Ain't no coming back from that. Okay? This is something what America is known for, invading different countries. But this time it's going to end different. It won't end in the victory. Let's grab the book of Habakkuk real quick. Because Habakkuk says this about America. Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also, because he hath transgressed by wine, all right, what? His philosophies. He is a proud man, right? And another thing, he get those philosophies, all right, to these other nations, all right, or his democracy to these other nations, all right. And guess what? And they drink it, They become drunk with it. It says, neither keepeth at home. So like I was saying, this is nothing new for these Americans, man. All right. But this time, man, it's going to end different. All right. It's not a happy ending for America. It says who the large of his desire is hell. Right. Because now they're talking about putting in putting in a different regime, you know, just like they did all these other countries, Iraq, Libya, and so on. They was trying to do it to Syria, all right, but they weren't able to succeed. Okay. All right. Then they take the natural resources that's there. It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto himself all nations and heap unto himself all people, right? That's why, you know, everywhere you go upon earth, guess what? It's military bases, every damn one, you know? And last year, all right, what was that? The Biden administration, they had all kind of illegals coming through the border. They had Chinese people, Indian people, Iranians, all right? And of course, the Northern Kingdom, you know? So what? He heaped to himself all people, all right? But like I said, him going into this war is a trap. I'm gonna show you. This is matter of fact, I grab it in the blue letter. Job 18. I think it's Job 18. Let me see. Let's start from 7. It says the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet. You see, because that's what's gonna get this devil destroyed, man. Him going into this war. All right. It says, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, right? So a jinn and a snare is basically the same thing. Matter of fact, I did have a picture of a, hold on. To give you an example of it. Jinn, right? Jinn trap, right? They give you images of it. You see? So once America go there, that's it, man. They're captured, you know, into their own destruction, you know, or into biblical prophecy, right? Babylon is going to see this is an animal that got wounded by a trap, right? Oh, look at this, another animal, right? So that's the future of this place. See, you go a cat, and a lot of cats get caught in those. Those cats do every damn well. But they use it to, oh, here go one with a fox trying to leave, you see? So this is the future of America, right? You're gonna get caught in that gin or that trap, man. You know? You're gonna be destroyed. And like I said, that's according to what? Biblical prophecy. It says, where I'm at, the jinn shall take him by the heel, right? And the robber shall prevail against him. Now, when you go into that word robber, right? Let's hit that too. It says a snare, trap, or a noose. Growing up, if you ever watched the cartoons, right? When somebody would put their foot in the rope, somebody would set a trap, it would grab them by the foot or the heel, man. That's what it's talking about. But also it's talking about, let's go to the Strongs. It says a noose, fastening figuratively, destruction, robber, right? Now Yahweh Shai is known as what? A thief, right? A thief and a robber is basically the same thing, you know? So Yahweh Shai is the one that's really drawing you people over there, you Americans over there. And guess what? They're going to have a draft, you know? They're going to draft these young U.S. citizens, you know, you gamers, you you everyday Joes that go to work. So I think it's the age from, I think it's like 18 to like 39 you can be drafted. But earlier this year, you know, they was trying to get people, hell, over 40 to join the military. You see? Because they know they going to war. And it's all what you call it, this is all a show, man. They know they're going into war, you know? And they need the bodies. You know, so hey, you might get a letter in the mail, you know, or a knock at the door, because they need somebody to fight those wars. You know, that's why the scripture also says, hold on, this. Let's go to Ezra's real quick, 15th chapter. No, 16th chapter. It's the 16th chapter. And the citizens here, you're not like these other countries, like, you know, Russia and China, how they bring up their kids. Those kids know how to break down rifles and shoot guns and do those different things, man. You know? Where are we at? Okay, here we go right here. It says 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. The virgins, or what, young women, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. It says, in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So you see, it's going to be messed up out here. It's going to be a messed up deal out here, man. And not including the hell that's going to be going on in Babylon already. You know, the famine and the pestilence, you know. Then they're going to draft your kids. and the price of things going up. You know, hey, things are going to get crazy, you know. So let's hit Joel real quick. Joel 2:20, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, right? What northern army? North America, this place. And drive you into a land bare and desolate, with its face toward the east sea, and the hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, which means what? They're going to die over there, man. All right? They're going to die over there. Let's see what it say. Let me see. Oh, listen to this. All right, 20. Let's read in the NLT. I would drive away armies from the North Army. I will send them into parched lands, and those in the front will be driven into the Dead Sea, right? And those that are rear in the meridian, it says the stench of the rotting bodies will rise over the land. Surely the Lord has done great things. You see? So whoever goes there, man, all right, you're gonna be part of those bodies, man. You know? Once you go over there, you through. You know? Back to the King James. And the ill Savior shall come up, because he have done great things. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel too. Ezekiel 32. Like I said, man, this is this is a trap, you know. Damn, what the hell is it? See, right there in my face, tripping. All right, 32 and 2. Son of man, take up a lamentation for the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and saying to him, thou art like a young lion of the nations. Thou art as a whale in the seas, thou camest forth with thy rivers, and troubleth the waters with thy feet, and foulest the rivers. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will therefore spread out a net over you. Which means what? You're gonna be trapped, man. I'm spreading net over thee with a company of many people, and they shall bring thee into the nets. Then will I leave thee upon the land, and I will cast thee forth upon the open field, and will cause all the fowls of the heaven to remain upon thee, and I will fill the beasts of the whole earth with thee, and I will lay thy flesh upon the mountains, and fill thy valleys with the height, and I will also water with the blood of the land, wherein thou swimmest, even to the mountains, and the rivers shall be full of thee. So it's going to be a major judgment upon America, man. All right. And those American troops. And when I shall put thee out, I will cover the heaven and make the stars thereof dark, and I will cover the sun with a cloud, and the moon shall not give her light. And all the bright lights of the heaven will I make dark over thee, and set darkness upon thy land, saith the Lord. You see? And I will also vex the hearts of people, when I shall bring the destruction among the nations, into the countries which thou hast not known. And I will make many people amazed at thee, and their kings shall be horribly afraid of thee, when I shall brandish my sword before thee. And they shall tremble at every moment, every man of his own life, in the day of thy fall. Yeah, man. Oh, your troops is going to be destroyed, and your country is going to be destroyed, man. That's going to be the end of America. And that's why I say, the least, all right, is drawing you into a trap. So with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, the Bahamas to the GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. Peace.